Hi guys, it's me. I hope that everybody's doing well. I got a message for somebody. I don't know who this is for, but this is something that has been coming up in some readings, and this talks about someone that went through a heartbreak, right? So much pain. This is so much pain. This is like tears. This is feeling like really bad, right? Really hurt. Why? Somebody here, I think, is questioning whether or not they're gonna come out of this feeling of feeling stuck. Somebody here feels that they're stuck in an ending. There was an ending that was very painful, and they're wondering if they are ever gonna feel the same way again, right? Before this hurt. And I got good news for you, because yes, the answer is yes. You're going to feel better. You're going to come out of this. And yeah, obviously we need to heal, right? We need to heal. I always talk about myself when I see this type of readings or this type of messages, because I've always talked about me going through this before. And if you're feeling stuck and an ending, if you're feeling stuck and you feel like, because there are times I always say, like, when we break up with somebody that we truly love and someone dies, this is kind of like the same pain, right? Like the same pain of when somebody dies, somebody that you love, and when you're going through a heartbreak. It's kind of like the same pain, right? It's very painful. And yeah, I always compare it to that, because I went through that, and it feels like hell, and it feels like you will never ever be able to forget something like this. But you do, and this is what I'm here to tell you. You do. I remember times where, like, I didn't even want to go to work because I was feeling so bad. I was crying, I was hurt. And I remember that I used to pray. I used to get down on my knees and say, like, please God, help me, because I'm not feeling well, and I don't even know how am I gonna continue, because I'm hurting. So like I said, I went through the same thing. Obviously, we have to go through a healing, because, well, there were 10 sores over here, and this is gonna take time. So just think about it. You were like, oh, this was overkill. This reminds me of those shows, crime shows, when the detective sees someone that has been overkill, like this person over here, right? Left for dead, 10 sores. And they're like, immediately, the first thing that they said, this is a lover, or this is, someone that they had a relationship with, or something like that, because it's overkill. It's too much. There was anger there. There was a lot of things happening, things that were like, we kept putting off and off and on, and it got to the point where, like, that's it. We couldn't continue with this. We should have ended it when it was at the Three of Swords, but we continue because, when we're in karmic relationships, we always think like, oh, it's gonna get better. Oh, this person is gonna change. Oh, this person is gonna feel bad about hurting me. But no, I don't know exactly what happened over here, because these cards just fell. And when I saw them like all line up like that, I was like, oh, there is a message here, right? And yeah, at least in this Spanish video, there is something similar that I saw in the last video. And like I said, this is like, yeah, this is really bad. Another thing is that when we are here, I'm assuming, if I pull other cards, I'm pretty sure that I was gonna get the Tower, the card of the Tower. And the Tower comes when we're over here. This cannot go on. This is too much. This is a lot of pain, and this is when the universe come into our rescue, saying like, listen, we've been waiting for you to end this, but it hasn't happened, and you're suffering. We're gonna help you, right? We're gonna bring the tower. The tower is really painful because when we get the tower, it's a universe like tired, right? The universe is tired to see us. Like, they want us to love ourselves and say like, listen, at least at the three of swords, right? To say like, listen, this is too much. I can't deal with this. This is not for me. So to leave it there. But no, we continue. Like I said, we continue. We didn't need another 7 swords, right? To complete the 10. We didn't need to go through all that, but we did, right? Because like I said, we thought like maybe things were going to change, maybe the person was going to change. And when the tower comes, like I said, it's very painful, but it's very necessary, right? It comes to wipe up everything so that you have to start all over again. That was my case, right? I have to get a tower. It was necessary. And the towers comes out of nowhere. And yeah, I had my wake up call. I had my tower moment, and I was like, okay, that's it, right? That's it. This cannot go on the way that it's going. And that was it. But yeah, for a while I was stuck in this, like feeling like I will never recover from this. And like I said, as in right now, I think a lot of you are going through the Four of Swords, which is like a time of reflection, a time of rest, very much needed rest, especially mentally, because when we're going through all these troubles, it's a lot of conflict in our head, a lot of doubt, a lot of things going on in our mind, right? But I got good news for you, because look, we got the Six of Wands over here, and the Six of Wands is someone that finally succeeded at something, right? This is somebody that is being recognized. People are gonna be recognizing the fact that you went through this really bad ending and you came out on top, right? Other people, you are going to inspire a lot of people out there that have been stuck in this situation. You're going to be inspiring them to love themselves, right? You're going to be like, yeah, you can actually get out of this situation. And this is going to be, and you're going to hear people saying, this didn't happen to me, because people were like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you got rid of that bastard. Really? Like, we cannot believe it, because there was so much and you kept going and going, and finally, thank God, finally you open your eyes. Finally you're doing something, right? The only fact that I just walk away from all of it, that was like a big, like I said, a lot of people saw it, but believe me, I needed help from the universe, because if it was me, the one making that decision, I couldn't. I was stuck, right? Continue getting hurt, one another and another, continually getting hurt. And I couldn't leave until, like I said, I hit rock bottom. And that was it. I was like, okay, that's it. We can't go anymore. We can't go on like this. So yeah, people are gonna be telling you about, you're gonna get some kind of a recognition. And like I said, you're gonna be inspiring other people that feel the same way. Here's your brand new beginning, right? Look at this person, how is looking at this one over here. This is his new beginning or her new beginning, right? And it's inspired by it. Why? Because you're gonna be in a different energy, the energy of like, you know what, I made it through. I got out of a toxic situation, a toxic relationship. I made it, right? And because you're gonna be in this energy, you're gonna start feeling brand new. You're gonna start feeling like a kid again. You're gonna start having more be more inspired for life, right? I pull a card for each video that I make, right? I make the Spanish one, and the Spanish one got one of the lyrics. It's funny because these are two lyrics from a song, and the one that they got is in Spanish, but it's the one from Taylor Swift. It's called "I Knew You Were Trouble," and what it says in the card, it says that the worst part wasn't losing him, it was losing me. And that's exactly what happened to me, right? I lost myself in that relationship. And thank God that I went through that, because now I said thank God, right? Because when I was going through it, it felt like really painful. But it really opened my eyes, right? To see things differently. I always say, like, when we're going through this relationships, it's when we get to this part, it's like you either swim or you sink, right? They're teaching you how to swim, because that's exactly what that relationship taught me, to swim, right? I could have just easily sink all the way to the bottom, but you know what? I was like, no, I'm just gonna learn from this and I'm gonna continue, and that's what I did. But the card that I pulled for you guys, it's so funny. It says, now is your turn to cry. Cry me a river. For a lot of you, this person, the one that broke your heart and left you here for dead, is going to come back. This person is going to come back. And it's going to be, and it's funny because I had it over here, right? I was looking, I was like, why is this card looking at me, right? And I see the reason why, because this person is going to come back. Try to heal whatever, like, you know, this broken heart. Right? They're going to come back and like, oh, sweet and nice. Like, let me heal your heart. Whatever I did, because I know that I wronged you and it was bad. It was on me. Blah, blah, blah. The whole thing. It was my fault. La, la, la. But no, you're going to be in a different energy. And I guess this is the reason why this card came out, the one that says cry me a river, because like I said, you're going to be in a totally different energy, an energy where you feel like you're standing tall. And who wants to come back to something like this, right? A lot of times the reason why the universe is testing us again, because a lot of times we get tested again right after, right? Because they want to see if we learn our lessons, right? They want to see if we go back to this. And every time that we come back, things get even more painful. This is something that a lot of people probably don't know. Like, every time we go back to something that we already know is not good for us, the challenge is a challenge. It gets even more hard, more painful. And like I said, now I think like you're gonna be like, you know what? I already cried. Now is your turn, right? I mean, you don't wish that upon anybody, but you know, whatever. I think like the, how they say, like the tables are turned. I think this is what is gonna happen. Another thing is like in this song. And that's exactly what happened to me, right? Because I got tested again, right? This guy came back and he's like, oh, I am so sorry about what I did, blah, blah, blah. Let's start over. Let's get married. And I was like, no, no, I can't go back to this, right? I already went through my healing. Over here, I already went through my healing and I came out on top. I'm good. I'm happy. I was happy. I was like, I can't go back to the same thing again, right? And this is when, like I said, the universe will test you again to see whether or not you learn your lesson, right? And another thing about this song is like, the only reason why the person comes back is because whatever happened that caused the breakup, right? A tower is usually something painful. And this could be from like they cheated on you, they went with somebody else, they chose somebody supposedly that was better than you. They broke your heart some way, somehow. And like I said, usually in this song, it talks about someone that returns, not because they really feel sorry, not because they want to help you. They return because they know that you're going to be someone that is that for sure thing, right? Oh no, this person will take me back. I mean, they did it 10 times, right? This is a for sure thing. The other one dumped me or left me or whatever, but you know, I know that I still have another option, right? Which is you. No, not anymore, right? Yeah, that song talks about someone that that returns because whatever they went to didn't pan out the way that they thought it was going to pan out, and they come back because they think that you're going to be the option that is going to be loyal to them all the time, right? Like, no, I don't think that this time that will happen, especially after you done your healing and you come out of this, like I said, successful. You're going to be recognized for the things that you're doing, and you're going to be inspired, and a lot of other people that are in the same situation, you're going to be like, wow, if you can do it, so can I, right? If you can do it, I know that I can. I'm going to leave this situation that is really, I feel like it's the end of me, right? And if this is not enough, I'm going to tell you something, that if you're a Leo, you're going to be like running for the hills. When you're in situations like this, you age. Yeah, you age. At least 10-20 years, you look 10-20 years older. Why? Because look at all this pain over here. Look at all this pain. It drains you. It makes you feel weak. It makes you feel old. It makes you feel that you look older, right? When we're in these situations, we look older. So much pain, so much stress, so much suffering. Yeah, we look older when we're in situations like that. Just have that in mind, in case that the other situations that I told you didn't scare you. That will. I'm pretty sure that will. Okay, so this is it. I hope that everybody's fine, and yeah, just have it in mind in case that this is for you. Okay, bye.